You see, with all the hope that was in your era and all the hopelessness in our era, I want to find out how much percentage of this hopelessness is from your era, because most of the people governing today were educated by Nkrumah. They went through that era and now they've handed the reins of power to them, and clearly they are not doing a very good job of it. So, did you contribute to this hopelessness?
Well, we didn't contribute. But don't forget that it was our generation that created the wealth in this country. Our generation created it. All those factories that we talked about and so on were created by our generation. The problem came when the process was truncated at the 1966 coup. It was obvious. I mean, literature shows us that the whites, the Europeans, the Americans were not happy at the pace at which Ghana was developing. So everything was done to truncate the process. For instance, you know that the Akosombo hydropower was commissioned 1966, January 22nd. And 1 month after that, the coup took place because they knew that with cheap power, those factories were going to be sustainable, because before then, all the factories were running on diesel engines. So it's a deliberate truncation of the process that has brought us to this process. And don't forget that most of the things that were good, when the coup came, they managed to more or less take it over. For instance, the 22,000-acre rubber, or the rubber factory and the tire factory was sold to the Firestone. Firestone actually came for it. And they wanted to sell the sugar factories, and almost every factory that was viable, they created the impression that virtually the Ghanaian could not make it, so they should dispose of it. And unfortunately, our people went in for the bait, and we lost everything. And we lost even our self-confidence, because those days we had a lot of self-confidence.